Okay, let's go again. So yeah, Pat's a Caesar check, Pat's a Placer check. I didn't realise the great significance of that. It's Fischer's statement on the docking computer, basically, that although you should check all checks, there's in every position there's checks, and in every position after the last move there's also the weakness of the last move, as the last game demonstrated. Put the two together, and sometimes there's a subtle weakness which you would never have spotted otherwise. So you look at the weakness of the opponent's last move, then you look at all your checks. But then Fischer's expression, Pat's a Caesar check, Pat's a Placer check, is actually implied caution that, you know, okay, now I'm in for it. Okay, no panic. That not all forcing moves are good, but I'm going to get murdered, aren't I? Oh dear, optimism. So this is a line from ChessGames.com. I know I'm giving up the light square bishop, but I'm aiming for knight c6 as recommended in the previous video. So e6 maybe as well, or d5 for knight e4. I don't know about e5 or d5. Possibly. I hope Kasparov is equalised like this with knight e4. Got an escape square at the moment. I'm going to build one. Otherwise the knight's trapped. How do I build an escape square? I'm playing knight d4 almost. If e6, f3, there's knight d4 for bishop c5. But how do I build an escape square? h6? I could try h6 to get back to g5. It's cheeky, but it works. Okay, so now he's again. Okay, I can get the knight over here and play g6. Try and get up a light square blockade. Maybe knight g7 to f5. Positional, Nimzovich, Petrosian. Need to have a look at some Petrosian games, by the way. Even though his style is unpopular, there's a lot of prophylaxis, apparently, to study. And one of my good friends from the chess club, you know, says he studies Petrosian. So knight c5 is not a killer move yet. f4, f5 might be if I don't get this light square blockade in. But as soon as I play knight g7, he plays knight c5. If I play b6, I'm weakening c6, and he's going to probably destroy me on the c file. I'll choose the lesser evil plan, which I think is b6 anyway. Is it? I don't really want to run into f4, f5, you see. So f4 knight g7 exclamation mark blockade. Ah dear. What about just knight d4? Wasn't the pawn on actually? Ah dear. Trying to think positionally. If I can get this position with e6 and knight f5 without losing tactically, which is probably about to happen now. Trying to avoid a tactical disaster. So c4 and f5, but my king's still in the centre means I'm probably going to get tactically slaughtered. The GM is not going to allow this. Good position. It's going to be seen as a distant dream soon by some ultra sharp move. Maybe knight c5. He's going to break open the position. He can't be left without his light square bishop with me celebrating c4 and f5. So maybe e6 to put a spanner in the works, but maybe takes bishop g7. Okay, he's giving me a chance, a glimmer of hope, as if I might be able to play bishop e7. Also, knight f5 was with tempo attacking. He doesn't want to play g4. So knight f5 with tempo. Does he want to play g4? Probably does want to play g4 now. Okay, h5 then. That's a real shame. I missed out on that. What about bishop a3 anyway? Developing with tempo. Can I just use that h file? If I play hg and rook h4, king e7, there's bishop g5. I run into that. Oh, that's such a shame. That beautiful conception ruined. What about queen e7 of the knight f5? I mean, queen e7 and Queen H4, Queen E7, King G2, then he's got Bishop F2. What if I just take and then Queen E7? Simple. Simples. Queen E7, there's no Bishop G5, so I'm just trying to tactically crush him now with Queen H4. I think Tal might be pleased with Queen E7. It's direct. Knight G3 protects H2 though with the rook. Knight G3, Queen H4. How does he defend G3? I'm really gutted about this G4 business. Knight F5. If I want to lose a knight to get the G file, it might be King D7. So Knight F5 takes, trying to sneak King D7. He hasn't got Queen C1. You can't win that guy easily. So yeah, also Queen G5 coming up. So Rook G8, something like Knight G3, Queen H4. Let's go for it. Sack a piece. Tal would be pleased, I'm sure. If I can get away with this. There's no Queen C1 here. So I want to play just King D7, Rook G8 and Queen H4 without getting slaughtered myself. Oh, he's arranging the defence. I think the defence has been arranged. Oh dear. Was that needed, that piece sack? It's gone, isn't it? This position's gone. Unless I can get my knight into the attack, I think it's gonna. Knight B4 somewhere. Knight D4, he's got Queen D4. I can't deflect that knight away from G3. Yes, I can. Hang on. Rook H1, Queen H1, Knight D4. Knight D4, Queen G3 would be crumbling. So I am actually threatening. That was a good move. I'm threatening Rook H1 and Knight D4. Knight D4, Queen G3. If Bishop H4 here. Alright, let's think about forcing moves against this GM here, because his king's sort of exposed. I haven't got any intuition zugs here. I have to play this, unfortunately. He's forcing, he's forcing, he's forcing. He's doing the forcing. Okay, is the bishop trapped? Can I just take before the bishop gets trapped? He's got checks, he's got all sorts of nasties. He's got Queen C1. Oh, that was trivial. I completely missed that one. Okay, rook against 3 bits. It's not very promising. Rook versus the 3 bits. Although I've got 2 pawns. So something like Rook C4. There's no Queen E7. Can I try and get another pawn? That would be encouraging. I'll be threatening Rook F4. If I get 2 bits with the Rook, then knight against 3 pawns might be very good. So Rook D4 here. There's Knight B5. So A6 first. Even more prophylaxis. So he's down to a minute anyway. I'm on E7 at the moment. Okay, do I just move quick? I don't know. Panic. Queen C7. At least my king's sort of safe over here. If I can get to play Rook C2, actually. There's no major checks at the moment. Hang on, Rook C2, there's 93. Right, I'm guarding D6. He's down to 45 seconds. So what do I want to do here? I think I want to keep moving quick. That's the first thing. The second thing, what about A5? Just to stop A5 from him. That weakens no B5 too much. F6 would have been good. B5 with the queen support for 3 bits would be hard to coordinate against the rook, or would they? Uh-oh. Down to 25 seconds. How's the GM technique? We'll try and keep solid. 20 seconds. He's going for A6. Panic stations. Uh-oh, A6 is gone. He didn't spot it. King B7 before he spots it. What's the next disaster coming up? 10 seconds. Pin and win. 8. Pat's the Caesar check. 6. I don't want to be mated. Run for it. Yes! Oh, sorry. I deserve to win this. Petrosian would have been really happy with this knight f5 if I had played it. He would have. Look, I had knight f5 with tempo, a positional move with tempo, knight f5. But no, I let him play g4. I let him crush my positional dreams by playing g4. And then this tactical slugfest after h5, otherwise this knight's just dead on g7. So clearly I deserve to win this game. I'm sure you'll all agree, especially after this brilliant ingenuity of king d7. He finds a technical defence. I get my knight in with a very dangerous threat of taking a knight d4. I completely missed this idea, unfortunately. I should have just done king b7. You know, I made position much worse, unless king b7, queen b3 is still trapping the poor bishop. Queen e7 maybe is the only way to avoid the bishop being trapped. Queen e7. That was an evil move, b4, because it's naughty. It's naughty. Queen e7. How is he winning the bishop then? No, queen a4 check. It's check. It does win the bishop. b4 just wins the bishop. Okay, b4 wins the bishop. But it was hard with the 3 pieces against the rook in the time constraints. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Comments or questions on YouTube. There was a final bit at the end which I noticed, by the way, which I couldn't tell you because it was just too little time. This tiny bit on the end was where I thought this might be mating queen a8, but then I saw queen a7. You know, after takes, I took as queen a7. So that's why I think, you know, that's my king's fleeing. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks so much.